Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a Not Worth a Cork podcast edition. Tonight we are going to be sampling some Redbreast Irish whiskey. I seem to get the joy of doing all the intros these days, so please welcome Meg to the chat.
Do you have any idea how many times I have to intro when I stream? Seriously.
Fair point, yes. You do this every day.
We haven't spoken in a hot minute. How you been?
Yeah, good. Just busy with a lot of stuff at work and the big archery shoot. But
yes, I figured as much.
Slightly more chilled now.
And the last time you and I spoke properly was, I think, actually when I last saw you. We haven't spoken in a VC or anything, have we, really?
Should be able to hang out a little bit more, do a bit more VC things, and I've got slightly less chaos going on, hopefully, now. So,
well, fingers crossed.
Things should improve.
Improvement's subjective. How is things regardless of that busyness? Is it all good otherwise?
Yeah, all good.
I'm happy.
About yourself?
I don't give a shit. So, Redbreast. do you know anything
really
about...
disappoint some people here that it's nothing to do with actual breasts.
That's a French town. If you've seen the video of Jamie Carragher, Thierry Henry, and Micah Richards talking about the team of breasts, it's one of the funny. It's very funny. So I know nothing about Redbreast. I know that a couple of years ago, the 21 was in the Norwich whiskey shop, and I wanted it because it's a beautiful box. But I've never had Redbreast. Yet it is one of the most highly regarded of the Irish whiskies. I wished I pulled up Master of Malt in my head. I forgot. But instead I got direct source because the sample set I purchased has a little booklet in which tells me everything about the whiskies. Actually tells me everything about the whiskies.
It looks a very fancy little set.
It is, and then I put all the rubbish outside earlier, so I only have the 3 bottles in the booklet. But it says in the first page of the booklet, the robin redbreast is the only bird which sings continuously in caps. So I have to say, sings continuously, which is what I do with caps, throughout the dark Irish winters, and is one of the very few small birds that choose to winter in Ireland. It is this enduring spirit, it's seriously weirdly capped, which inspires its namesake, Redbreast Irish whiskey. I'm not doing the voice anymore. The rest tells us about what whiskey is available in this. There's a master blender mentioned in here called Irish Name Irish Face. Quoted as saying Redbreast is a reflection of Irish whiskey as it used to be, representing the classic single pot still style. Now, single pot still is pretty much an Irish thing. It's not as prevalent in Scotch. It's very definitely not prevalent in Scotch. And it's Scottish and Scotch. It's not really much of a thing with American bourbons either. Single pot is very much an Irish. Which might be another one of the reasons why it's whiskey EY, because single pot still was what they chose to do when they made their whiskey, along with distilling, which is only really a lowland trait in Scotland these days. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it's apparently the world's most awarded single pot still, which is a bit like saying that American football or the Super Bowl is the world's most watched NFL game, because only one people do it. So
one people, one country, but apparently they're world champions. Okay, good to know.
Yeah, but it is also apparently recognised as one of the finest Irish whiskies in the world. I don't know very much about it, other than I've seen it about a bit, and they do a fancy birdcage bottle, which I've seen them on the shops.
The bird feeder.
Bird feeder one, that's the one.
Yeah. I won't deny, I'd love to get that and hang it outside the cabin. However,
with the whiskey in, or would you drink the whiskey first?
I take the bottle away. The bird feeder the thing with the bird feeder though is, if you live in this country, rain kind of ruins the food anyway. So it clumps it and ruins it. So bird feeders are useless in this country. You're better off just lobbing...
The squirrels get it first as well.
Yeah, you need to put some cones of shame around it. It just seems redundant.
Although, I imagine voodoo would be the biggest problem for you, because you'd be like, ooh, what's this? Whack.
He does actually stand on the roof sometimes, and he does swipe random things. He was in here earlier, actually, eating dog treats. I'm not joking.
No, I can imagine it.
He was
I have met Voodoo.
He was very happy, and he left even more plump. For those who don't know who are listening on YouTube, Voodoo is a void cat who is basically exactly what he is meant to be for it. Well, my sister says brown cat. He's sun-bleached. Don't try me.
He's not brown in any dimension.
He's sun-bleached. But yeah, I know bugger all about Redbreast because I keep wanting to buy it, but I don't. The price... So, Redbreast 12 is their starter whiskey. It's the one we're going to go to first. It is affordable, but when I first had a chance to buy this, 50 quid, 40 to 50 quid, to me was a bit of a punt. I wanted to try a sample first. So, this sample set, I purchased it this year, I think, actually. I'm quite happy to try this, and if I like it, then maybe one day buy a bottle of it. There's no guarantee of that, but they did. So the price increase is quite noticeable. Lustar I don't see as much these days. Sorry, I have to yawn. I'm so sorry. Right, the 12-15 sit in an affordable price range. The hike to the 18, which is a more recent addition to it, because the standard line was 12 Lustar 15. The 21 was like 240, which is understandable for a 21-year-old whiskey in that sort of territory. However, the 18 is £200, and it was considered far too much of a price hike from 15 to 18. Yeah. 3 years.
Yeah, that is quite a jump, isn't it?
I don't know what the 15 costs. I should have looked it up.
About 70, 75 quid,
Whereas,
I think.
Yeah, in that case, it is far
Although
too
then again, Jameson's 18 is 180 quid.
Yeah, but Jameson's, that's their
it's in
first
the same ballpark.
That's their first age statement, though. Redbreast had 12 and 15. It just made no sense to me when they introduced okay, so the 18, I see some places have it at 166, but it's from a website, Spirit Embassy. Master Mott have it at 185. I think if I went to the 15 on my phone the 15's £85. Like, that is that's £100 increase in 3 years. You may as well, that's a bit too high.
It's only another like 40 quid for the 21 at that point.
Yeah, I would. You may as well go for the 21 instead of the 18, and you may as well get the 15 instead of the 18 anyway, because 3 years isn't really worth it. My dog's howling. Sorry. Anyway, shall we go over here? For those who are seeing this on the YouTube side, I've got the sample set on the screen. I can, for those who are interested, show you how the box looks when you open it, and then the booklet, which I have in my hand. I have the 12 on the screen for those who get to see it on the YouTubes. David could, if he gets his phone, could perhaps drag an image onto the server for those who are joining us there. Unless I'm doing that. I mean, I could do that. It's quite all right, actually.
David has just poured, so David will do that. I'm happy to do the server bits if you are doing the the YouTube bits.
I'll do the YouTube bits, yeah. Right, so the image
I
of the 12...
you shared it over here earlier.
I'm using my English distillery teeny tiny nosing glass because they're too cheap to give us a proper one.
Oh yeah, the half-size nosing glass.
The one for the halflings, yes.
Yeah.
I think even for the owner's hand, that would be far too big. Right. Well, bye-bye you. Get rid of that. I put it in the glass. Bar. Marvellous. How are people in the barracks? Are they okay?
Yes. Briar's disappointed by no real breasts, but beyond that, everyone seems to be okay.
I'm very sorry there are no real breasts.
Yeah, there's face palming, because,
So, according to the booklet, it says here, comprising exclusively of pot still whiskies which have been triple distilled and matured in the finest oak casks for no less than 12 years, Redbreast 12 is complex, balanced, and full-bodied. That makes it sound like... So, single pot still, yes, but it says whiskies, plural, which implies it is multiple... It's a blend. And then triple distilled... and triple distilled like freaking a vodka.
Yeah.
I have no issue, by the way. Traditional Irish quality is the insane smoothness. It comes from being triple distilled. Irish whiskey in its natural form, get cask strength. And then you actually get to try what an actual Irish whiskey tastes like. Although this is apparently what it is. Why am I yawning? Sorry.
True.
Yeah, thanks. Okay.
It makes it sound like a wine, doesn't it? Complex, balanced, and full-bodied. That sounds like how they describe bottles of red wine.
Well, have a sniff and tell me what you think. Don't have to blow into the glass first. Now, that is a fruity, fruity nose.
It is, yeah.
The very fruity nose. The nose says a complex, spicy, fruity aroma with toasted wood notes evident. Toasted wood. Toasted wood. I keep forgetting it. Toasted wood doesn't give it a charred quality, does it? It sweetens it.
Yeah.
I saw a new acronym recently. I was looking at Manor Words whiskies.
Okay.
STR. You familiar with that term?
SCR.
No, STR. The letter after S.
Oh, STR. Is that? Sounds like it's going to be something on the lines of those partly charred ones, but I'm guessing this is just to it being toasted or something.
Shaved,
instead.
toasted, recharred.
So
they've shaved the interior, they've toasted it, and then they've recharred the interior. They've taken all the goodies out and done it again. It's a recycled drum, essentially.
Okay.
I like it.
I feel like we've had that on something before. I seem to remember us being at your bar and we Googled this because we had something that had an STR cask and we had no idea what it was, but I can't think what it was.
See, in my head, when I see
I think
STR...
this has come up once before.
Yeah, I think it has too. Whenever I've seen STR, my first thought has always been, is that meant to be some kind of wine or something? I do like... The nose is lovely, by the way. It's really nice. A bottle of this was sent to me off my wish list. It's actually in the cupboard behind me, but that's obviously for when I old, grey and retired. None of those will ever happen, so I guess it's just in a cupboard. My family don't go grey until they're a lot older. It's quite great, to be honest. And my dad's only in his early 60s.
I've done a very quick search for STR and just seeing what comes up. Like Filly Bay.
Filey Bay. We still have the sample set for those who are interested. I have an entire 6-pack sample set of those. Very much looking forward to that. It might have been a Bunnahabhain, to be honest, David.
Possibly. Kilcoman comes up, but I don't think we've had enough of that for it to be in that.
No, I've never had it.
So,
we'll get to it one day. We'll work it out, don't worry.
Yep.
Manor Swords came up because I was looking at it for my 10-year anniversary and a bottle of theirs popped in my feed and option, and I was like, nah. I do want to buy a bottle of it one day. It smells lovely, by the way. Okay, well, I'm gonna since Sláinte actually works in this instance, Irish and all that.
Yeah.
Sláinte.
Indeed.
Clink.
Sláinte.
I don't know if that hurt or anything.
Clink. No. Sort of.
Ooh. Little spicy, a little bit sherry-like. Very, very fruity again and smooth. But you expect that from the triple. It's still quality. Very fruity though. Very nice. Actually quite like that.
Yeah,
actually.
The smoothness is always present with an Irish, isn't it?
Yeah, at this point
it does definitely have a tingle, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. I had a bit of a dry throat, so it caught me slightly. It says here, full flavoured and complex. Seeing a theme here with the word complex. Silky smooth with a harmonious balance of spicy, fruity, sherry, and toasted notes. I don't really remember what toasted notes
Spicy, fruity, and sherry what?
Spicy,
I feel
fruity,
like
sherry.
They're missing something there.
Yeah. They're basically describing a really, really muted Christmas pudding.
Oh, see, that was what I was trying to work out with the smell. It was like candied peel, but not quite.
Muted.
That's what I was thinking with the smell. Like candied fruits, peel, like little stuff you get in the tubs.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The fruity sort of the candy sort of thing I'm getting is more like the freaking fruit flavored candy necklaces you ping at people. That's what I'm thinking. It's like the first thing that came to my head was like, I remember going banger racing and doing it to the drivers. Honestly,
they were really bad sweet because nobody ate them, did they?
No, you bit them in half and you just you pulled the elastic back and pinged it at someone. And if you aimed at the banger drivers, then it was even better because they got really pissed off. It was great. All the kids did it. It was fun. If they crashed, it was even better because you did that. If anyone's judging,
who didn't have a fun childhood,
I mean,
I will share an image of what these are in the barracks or in the
I had an impoverished childhood, so we ate as much of it as we could. But if you got bored of eating the same chalk crap sweet, then yeah, you pinged it at drivers or people if you saw them. The watches were the best one because you could hide them. The finish says here, satisfyingly long. Now, I am noticing it does actually linger on the palate, like it says in the notes, and it is holding back a bit. It is still present in the back of on my chest. It sits there in a nice way. It's 40% ABV. It's nice and drinkable, right? This is definitely not something you go, oh, I'm going to collect it. No. It looks nice. It looks old-fashioned. The standard bottle does. Just drink it. This is a drinking drink, not a sipping drink. This is not this is not something you pull out with the nosing glasses typically, unless you're trying it for the first time with a bunch of people. Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know if it really lends itself, even if you're trying it with people for a nosing glass. I think it is more of a
drinking
literally just stick it in your tumbler and just drink it sort of drink, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely that. You don't keep the box for it. You don't need to. You just drink it.
But it's nice and light, 40%, so it's a nice, easy one for people to get into.
I think all of them are. Oh no, not all of them. The other two are not 40%. Actually, set at our favoured ABV.
Yeah, I did notice that earlier. I was like, I wonder what order we were doing it, and I was like, well, both of these are 46. So
yeah. Well, mercifully, the box had it ordered 12 loose stout and 15, and the booklet 12 loose stout and 15. Loose stout, for those who don't know, is another entry. It's the next one on the list. We're not going to get to just yet. It is unlike the 12 and the 15. This one is in seasoned, hand-selected sherry casks. I think it's seasoned casks. I'll confirm. No, it isn't. My mistake. I thought it was. I must have read that for something else. My mistake. I apologise for the false news. I don't want to be struck for being one of those fake journalists.
Wait, journalism's like accurate? Is that a thing?
Nope. We like to be charitable here on Not Worth a Cork. Thank you very much. That's a really nice solid drink, actually. I quite like that. I wouldn't say no to that being behind the bar if I had space. Yeah, not bad at all.
I'm sure you could drink some things to make some space.
It's just me at the moment.
I seem to note a Lechek has been moved.
Oh, the Lechig. That was behind in the cabinet. That was. I took it out.
Okay.
For those who don't know, I stream on Twitch. For those on Not Worth a Cork who hear this, and I have streamed whiskies. I took some Jura from behind the bar as well because I had New Glen Scotia to put in, and I needed to make space. So I took a bunch of bottles from behind the bar that were duplicates or unnecessary, and it's still full. So there's no one here to drink with me. I'm not going to go to a bar on my own. That's beyond depressing. I'm serving myself. That's lonely.
Yeah.
Insert Kim Jong-il's.
Not quite the same company. You're trying to like have a drink and spill your woes to the barman when you're also the barman.
It seems even more tragic if I don't share my woes in the first place. So what's wrong with you, Meg? Shut the fuck up. I ain't here to talk. I'm here to drink. Bitch. Like food, I do not share. This is going down really well, this whiskey.
It is. I think we do have an age statement on it though, so that does mean that there is a 12-second requirement.
Oh, you're right. Do you want to pull up your stopwatch? I'll do this one first if you'd like.
I can pull up my stopwatch. That's the calculator. That's not the stopwatch.
You can keep typing one if you like, but it's not going to work. Say when.
Right. Well, I'll start it at 18 seconds, so you'll have a few seconds to run, and I'll tell you when. I'll do like 14, 13, 12.
Yeah, go on. And don't forget to tell them everything about the whiskey while we're doing it, just for the obligatory thing. 15,
14, 13, 12. So Meg is now doing the hold it in your mouth for a second for every year of maturation. This will be an interesting one because it should be very smooth. So it'll be interesting to see if it builds up and gets him any extra flavour. And that is 12 seconds. You can swallow.
It builds in heat, but not much. The fruitiness is definitely more pronounced. It sits nicely on the tongue. That just sits there as if it's like you're drinking liquid syrup. It just, well, obviously a little bit, because syrup is quite thick. This is more viscous, It's definitely nicer. My mouth is moistening, so it's not a drying whiskey. It's very
Has a good mouthfeel.
yeah. It felt great. Yeah, it's a little bit of build up on heat, but not much. Like a slight spice, but it's not like the Teeling. Not like Teeling that burnt so much.
Oh, yeah, that was. I'm not sure that was spice, was it? That was just pain, suffering.
Yeah. It was pain. Yeah, I don't appreciate that at all. Yeah, you should try that.
Okay, I shall do so then.
Yeah, you should. I'm going to look up STR whiskies because I'm curious.
15, 14,
Oh, there's
13.
STR 5e Bay. You might be right, but we haven't had it. We've discussed it though. It's a fascinating thing to look for, STR casks, or something that falls within the category of STR, to be honest. Why is St Andrews in there? Don't try me with that. You're just a golf ball. No one cares about your whiskey anymore.
That is very pleasant, isn't it? That does.
It's a good drinker.
Does build up a little bit.
Yeah, a little. It's not like necking a bit of peri peri sauce or something.
It's definitely got a long finish though, because I mean, it's still. But the finish, I don't know if you found this. To me, the finish feels like it's still more in my mouth than it is going down.
So it is now had a bigger mouthful, but when it ends, it's instant. It's not like it fizzes away. It just stops. I find that quite nice. I actually quite enjoyed it, to be honest. I think that's a very nice whiskey. That's going to have to go in my notebook with the other 20 entries I still haven't put in it yet. I'm catching up slowly. It's taking time.
Probably it's got a bit more flavour to it than some of the other entry-level Irish.
Well, this is weird because entry-level Irish to us are all screw top, except for Proper 12. Like Jameson, screw top. Bushmill, screw top. Tullamore, screw top. They're all the standard, except for Tullamore. They're going out of business soon. Suck on that. And I think that, like, in the case of like the majority of those, they are screw tops. That's fine. Nothing wrong. By the way, Tullamore's lovely.
Yes, if any of you see a Tullamore going cheap because they're going out of business,
there's a couple bottles of honey on Amazon. I think I'm going to get a bottle next week. Yeah, not joking. I want the honey just because I've only got half a bottle left, and how am I going to live with that? But yeah,
I can't go to America and buy you any more.
Not yet, you can't.
Not this year.
Yeah, not this year, buddy.
We're going to buy a load of Johnny Walker from Johnny Walker.
Yeah, but you're not buying me anything, so why are you telling me that? Anyway.
Says I'm not buying you anything.
You never do, you bitch. I have to pay for it myself. You're cheap, you know it. Right, you'll still try your student discount if you can. No, we
managed to get Dad a concessions ticket for being a senior.
Oh, you're not far behind, are you? And so the majority of like the standard entry for Irish whiskies are screw tops, and as somebody had pointed out, it might have been Banny or Bry, I can't remember who. They said it was because you're not really meant to you don't generally shut it, and I get that. Like I have a bunch of Irish whiskies, Jameson's behind the bar, and they're all screw tops. The only one I have one bottle of Tullamore cider cask, a screw top. All my Bushmills are cork because I don't have a standard entry bottle for them. I don't. I have the 16. I have the Peaky Blinders, and I think I've got the 10. That's it. I don't have extra because I don't want. I like Irish whiskey, but I don't want to buy collections beyond the Jameson.
Yeah, because I have the original Bushmills, which is screw top. I haven't actually looked at my 10, whether that's screw top or cork.
That's cork. The 10 is a cork. It's also a better bottle. It's more rigid. I know that for a fact because you've got the same one I have. But yeah, no. This is why I don't think this Redbreast. It is the entry level for this distillery. I don't think it is entry level though. I think this sits quite comfortably at the next step up, which still, if you want to get into Irish whiskey, you hear about Redbreast, one of the most celebrated Irish whiskies out there, yet weirdly not one of the biggest selling whiskies. Biggest sellers are the ones that are made for people just to, drink in an alleyway because their wife left them and then throw the bottle against the wall. No, it's just gin. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, it's just it's that territory, isn't it? Of just, drink.
I mean, it is, I suppose, again, this is going to be because of the age statement, but it is significantly more than most of what we would consider the standard entry-level Irish whiskies, isn't it? Because, I mean, the Jamesons, Bushmills, Tullamore, they're what, 20, 25 quid, that kind of area?
Oh, yeah, 20 quid if you go into Sainsbury's, yeah.
So you're doubling the price to get to this, but obviously it does have the age statement, which is going to make it stand apart a bit as an entry level.
Well, that's the
Because
thing.
none of the others have an entry level age statement.
If you go into Sainsbury's and buy 2 1.5 litre bottles or 2 1 litre bottles of Jameson's for the same price as one of these, there are 2 very different drinkers here. You have the social drinker who's pulled the Jameson's out for a group of people, and they bought more because they know it'll go for a while because they're set in their ways. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. And then you've got the Redbreast 12, where you've got someone who's bought that not from a supermarket because it's not in any of them. They bought it because they just want to chill with people who like and appreciate a certain quality. And that's not a bad thing, and that's not saying Jameson's is not quality, but it's a very different type of drinking experience. No one's pulling out a bottle of Jameson's with their mates, sat in a bar. No, they're not pulling it out. They're in my bar anyway. You're not pulling a bottle of that out and going, "Oh, we not finish this, guys." No. We've done that already. David and I did that over the course of a couple of days playing video games. Thank you very much. I think you know it's not overly complicated. No, this one's not that kind of drink. This is a little bit above.
Yeah.
It's actually
That's not to say we wouldn't happily sit and drink it whilst playing FIFA. And
I would happily drink
Thompson and getting plateaued.
I would happily drink either of these while playing FIFA, to be honest. But that's only because we're not the market base this bottle's aimed at. That's not a bad thing at all. It's still delicious. I just don't think in the same way it can be compared, and you can't compare the whiskies or think of either as negative, really. Again, quantity over quality or quality over quantity. Neither are correct or wrong. It depends on the person. And I'll be honest, if someone gave me a litre of Jameson, I'm not going to be mad. If they gave me 2 litres, I'm especially not going to be mad. If they gave me 3 litres, I'm going to ask questions.
And run out of storage.
Yeah. Hell, I had 2 1 litre bottles of Johnny Walker Black. I gave one of them to David. I didn't have the space for it. Okay? I'm okay with this. I'm going to finish this and get to the next one. Actually, I've got a fair mouthful.
So I was then thinking, do we YOLO this one?
I've got a fair whack, but I will happily YOLO it. So, YOLO swag.
YOLO.
Goes down very well.
Ooh. It's not as spicy as a shot. It's a lot sweeter.
Yeah. Ignore my dry throat. I am going to moisten it right now to make it easier on myself. That's better. It's weird. My mouth went dry when I went to the shop, yet the whiskey itself made my mouth a bit more wet. Yeah. I think that's a delightful whiskey, actually. I really enjoyed that.
That is very nice.
Yes, it is. Next on the list, for those who are interested, of course, anyone listening to this, all 10 viewers I get on YouTube, like the Bunnahaven one, it's been a while. The last one did really badly on views. It was great.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It is a little bit, yes. Is the Redbreast Lustau. Now, this, I remember the first time I heard of this in the whiskey shop. One of the employees called Rob told me about it. It was a few years ago, so he didn't really like us back then.
Yeah.
That's not to say
we weren't regulars at that point, were we?
That's not to say he likes us now, but I did give him a shot of a £600 whiskey, so I doubt he complains when he sees me these days. And he did also pull out a few samples when we were there last time, even though we only went in to grab the sample, not to be given it to drink. And I was like, I'm drinking before I get on the bloody train. All right, then. And you went,
so we're just here, pick this up. Okay, have some of this while you're here, and some of this, and some of it. Oh, do you want that one as well?
I mean, I didn't say no, so no complaints from me. I'd heard about it from Rob, and he had talked about it being quite highly regarded, but I don't ever remember trying it. I don't think I did either, because if I had, I think it would have stuck in my head a bit. Because I still do not think...
It's a very odd name, isn't it?
Yeah,
so I think it would have done.
I don't know what it means, but I assume it's because it says here, born of a unique collaboration between the Bodegas Lustau and the Middleton Distillery. Middleton Distillery, aren't they the ones that are going under or currently in like... They have Tullamore and Red... Does that mean we're not going to be able to get much of this stuff anymore?
Possibly.
Oh, poor Middleton.
They linked to the steakhouse. Is that going to go under as well?
Middleton do those fancy whiskies in the boxes. Also very rare. And I'm like, well, does that mean we're not allowed to open them then?
Well, they will be soon.
Yeah, that actually will be rare for a change. I'd be like buying a bottle of Waterford. Redbreast Lustau edition represents the ultimate sherried style of Redbreast for an even fuller, richer taste experience. No word for complex here, okay? For those who are curious, It's Oloroso sherry, and the oak is Spanish oak. So it means absolutely nothing to me. But all right. Although I will admit the nose is very different to what I was expecting. Okay, so Lustau. How is everyone on the Discord side of things, by the way?
Well, the owner is raging, so nothing new there. Beyond that, very quiet, to be fair. Guy has voices in his head, so either he's listening to a Randy Orton entry theme from WWE, or he's going mad. Either is possible being over on the server.
If he gets RKO'd out of the voice chat, though, I'm just saying. Could be quite something. Right, so I've poured mine. I put it under the nosing cap of the Bunnahabhain sample nosing cap. That should keep it safe for the time being. So again, I'd heard of this a couple of years ago. I don't know when it was first introduced, but I don't believe it's like a newer or old whiskey for their standard line whiskies, because I think for the longest time they only really did the 12 and 15, because they're not like Teeling where they cover everything. They weren't like Jameson's who cover a fair bit, and Bushmills don't really get too involved now. They do some things, but they don't really do too much. And your other Bushmills is Blackbush, by the way.
Oh yeah. Based on Master of Malt's awards list, they first won the award in 2017 for this whiskey.
So it's not that old. I could imagine it's not that old at all then. Bear in mind here, a lot of distilleries, like 2017 to win their first award, known or recognised award, that's not old at all. That would have been like an initial best newcomer kind of award territory, you know?
That was Irish Pot Still Premium Gold Award. Apparently, according to Master of Malt, this single pot still Irish whiskey was initially matured in a combination of American and European oak casks for 9 to 12 years before being transferred over to first fill Oloroso sherry casks from the Bodegas Lustau.
Right, so what I'm hearing...
for a further year.
Yeah, so
it's obviously made to a taste profile rather than a specific age.
That's what I was about to say. It fits the profile, not the... But that does indicate a vague age statement, just not a definitive age statement.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
The minimum it could be is 10.
Yeah. Or
9 plus 1.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Minimum is 10. I think you're right, and then it's based on... I think what they've done is they've gone with making 12s, because that's the easiest they can do. And then they've done, I think they've done an extra year from 12 if they can get the flavour right on the 12 before they move it. Because it depends what they're looking for. If they're looking for the flavours I've got here on the tasting notes, they've got some very, very odd... Like, I'll be honest, based on the nose, they're looking for a laxative.
I mean, the nose is definitely different between the Redbreast tasting notes and the Master of Malt ones.
Let's see if they're the same. So on the nose on my side, it says a rich infusion of dark fruits, prunes, dates, figs, licorice, marzipan, toasted oak, and aromatic spices. The licorice and the prunes make me think someone's going number 2.
Master of Malt is a rich and round with toasted almond, Curacao orange peel studded with clove, stewed fruits, and juicy sultanas.
So, marzipan, almond, basically. The aromatic spices, clove. And you said sultanas, dates. Nothing mentioned about prunes or licorice. So if you can't get Pentalax, guys, or Movacol, I know I've heard of, from family, if I can't get
figs.
just sniff Redbreast Lustau, and you will go boom boom in no time.
So if there was an abrupt end to this stream in, say, 10 to 15 minutes...
There's an abrupt stream in about 10 to 15 seconds after a jolly good sniffing. Let's find out. Lucky my bathroom's right next to me. Ooh.
It smells like date pudding.
It smells quite nice, yeah. I got a little bit of marzipan in there, though. A little bit of almond, but not too much. Like more amaretto sort of territory.
Alcohol off, though. It was very strong on alcohol the first time.
Yes, the first thing I did. I get more of an amaretto quality. A little bit toasted, it's all right. Bit spicy, not too much.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit of heat in the nose.
Oh, it's very sweet, though. Very sweet again. Very nice. Well, I like that. Very good. You ready to have a little sample?
Yeah, this is interesting.
Aren't you?
lunch it.
Ooh. Silky smooth, it says on the tasting notes here, and then follows it up with assertive spices. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely shooting for two different things in one go there, aren't they?
It's definitely smooth, yes, but it's more spice, a very rich sherry quality as well. It says here, and contribution of fresh Spanish oak. Was it taking off the fucking Armada? I don't give a shit. I don't unless it actually came off the Armada. I don't care.
Well, they did plan to go via Ireland to get here, so maybe they did.
Hey, we told them who the dad was.
So, according to Master of Malt, we have chewy milk chocolate and honey, almost a bit crunchy-like. Doesn't taste like the crunchy I had with my lunch today. With allspice, walnut, and poached plum.
You've got more chance of this smelling like freaking sporty spice than you have that. I'm sorry, this is not. No. The crunchy. I'm sorry, if it's crunchy, someone's put sugar around the brim of that and told you it was a tequila slammer. And yes, I know it's meant to be salt. Don't bother.
Yeah, that's definitely got a more pronounced spiciness to it than the 12. Definitely hits a bit harder. Well, it's not quite as smooth as the 12 either.
No, it's not. But there's something here on the finish that actually is kind of accurate. So I'm going to ignore the very first word and just read the rest. It says sweetness and assorted spices endure, while Oloroso sherry and Spanish oak have the last word. The very first word is very accurate that I've left out. Endless. It's a very long finish. It lingers. It is. It's like acid reflux or something. It just keeps coming back for more. No eggy burps, so you're okay, guys. It's quite nice. I like it.
Yeah. Yes, and Master Malt says long with apple turnovers, going away to rich sherry and crushed cinnamon.
There's a little bit of spice to that, I guess. I don't know about the apple turnover stuff. Are we talking the Danish one with the icing on, or which one are we going with? I don't know. No,
I don't know. Neither really quite. I don't really get any apple in it.
No, I don't get any apples at all, to be honest. It's nice though.
It is enjoyable. It's different to the 12.
Except for the Teeling debacle, because that was pain.
Well, yes, that was a debacle.
One didn't smell like what it said it was and tasted rubbish. One smelled all muted and tasted fine. The third one was fire. I was tempted to get that from my dad once for it as a gift, but I thought, I can't be that much of an arsehole to my dad yet.
No, he would not have enjoyed that one.
He'll put it in old-fashioned. He'd find a way to make it work. How to do it? Either that or whiskey sours or something, It's not a bad thing. Still, that's lovely.
Heap of Doom, thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Don't worry about being late.
We do not accept
it's fashionable,
tardiness.
Apparently.
Yeah, well, it would be, but tardiness should never be accepted in current year, after all. I like this whiskey, though. It's nice. It's your turn to, by the way, do a vague age statement. And I say, because I did 12, you do 13. I'm going to go with the higher end of it rather than 10. I will get the stop clock out. Don't worry, I've got my phone to hand. Don't you worry. I will get the... Where's clock? C-A-C... There it is. Stopwatch. Right, so I'll 3, 2, 1, go. So, for 13 seconds, David's going to enjoy some nectar that's apparently crunchy in his mouth. Yep. And hopefully he'll get some more out of it. 12, 13. Swallow like a good girl.
Okay. That is interesting.
Yeah? Define.
You do get some fruit. You get a bit of the spice.
Okay.
It does go down more smoothly doing it that way than just having a sip.
Yeah.
The mouth is definitely salivating.
I had that with the 12. It really was quite a moistening sort of whiskey.
Yeah, this is literally my mouth. My mouth has literally gone full moist.
Has it? Oh.
Yeah, it is the very opposite of a drying whiskey. That's very interesting because that held very nicely. It didn't get much hotter, but you can feel that there's the spice there. and it is definitely still lingering as a finish, and it is still making me salivate. So that is definitely
the 12 did that as well. That's what it did to me, and I found that very nice. It wasn't too overwhelming on the flavour either, which is also quite good, I think. Do you think that this is is still in the drinker territory, or do you think it's or do you think it's a slightly different kind? What do you think? Like, the 12 is definitely a drinker whiskey. Do you think it's a drinker sipper, or do you think also this is a drinker? Because I think it's a drinker.
It's hard to say. I think there's an element of this that is a bit more sippy, because I think there's just a few more layers to it than the 12. But
do you like our technical conversation here, guys? Drinker, and sippy, sip.
Well, we do like a good sippy cup.
I do not need one of those behind the bar.
I don't think it's quite purely a sipper.
No.
But it's more. It could reach into that territory. You could pull this out at some form of a whiskey event, and have a try of this and just sip it and try it, and that probably a bit more so than the 12.
Yeah.
But I think equally it would sit quite nicely as just here's a bottle, let's just drink this.
So I like to bet. I like my imperial measure for whether I think it's a drinker or a drinker sipper is whether or not my dad will mix it with lemonade or not.
But that's literally everything.
No. He's had Bunnahabhain 30, don't you? And he had your mother's dram. He had the
true, and he had the Bushmills 21. So there's 3 things he won't put with lemonade.
English 13 as well. He's had that out. No, there's a few he won't do that with. But my unit of measure is if there's a chance, because he is starting to actually drink things neat. And he's starting to understand and appreciate that. He's actually getting interested in that. And that's great. I think the spice on this might throw him a little, but I think the 12, he would definitively put lemonade in it. I think this one he might not. I think it's a 50-50 sort of. So I think drinker sipper is a fairly accurate sort of way of thinking, because you can just sip it. I think I'd rather just drink it, you know? I think
Hi, Meg's dad, if you're listening. I'm sure you'll really appreciate being used as our standard measure of whether a whiskey is good or not. Whether we'd sip it, based on if you'd mix it with lemonade.
Here at Not Worth a Cork, we like to try and find a way to make things very relatable to us. It shall become a Marbury rule that we base whiskey's value on how Meg's dad measures his drink, or what medium he uses to consume the beverage, as it were.
Yeah. The ratio of lemonade to alcohol content is there's a double of whiskey and a double of lemonade, or a double of whiskey and a single of lemonade.
Is it a double of whiskey, our double of whiskey, or his double of whiskey? That's 4 times.
Oh God, yeah.
That's not a double, Dad. That's a quad. That ain't no double.
Are you sure, son?
I was certain of it the moment he gave me 2 of those samples, and I was like, "This is already more than a double. What have you done, you sausage?" For those who don't know, my dad's partner passed away at the end of 2023. She was lovely, of course she was. We got him a whiskey, and then when he gave me a sample of it to toast her with, he gave me 2, thinking they were singles, and turns out no, he measured slightly incorrectly. It was actually 2 doubles he gave me. Well, actually more than 2 doubles. You could argue it was 5 singles at that point.
Yes. So we have the Dave pour, which is basically a double. We have the Meg's dad pour, which is a quad,
which is double Dave's pour. And I use jiggers. I mean, last night when I was streaming on YouTube, I did just pour from the decanter and finish the Norfolk PX. I think I had about 6 shots, but I did just pour it all into the glass. I didn't see the point. I was there for 3 hours. I figured I'm going through this. And I did.
But the PX is relatively light.
It's also
quite a nice one to.
It was light. Now it's gone. Although the colour is very dark. Anyway, I'm going to YOLO Swag Fam this. We've got about 15 minutes
very
left.
Light now. The bottle's empty.
The decanter now has Tom Martin Legacy in it. Anyway, YOLO Swag Fam, bud.
YOLO Swag Fam.
Ooh, that goes down a lot easier than the 12.
Yempy!
What?
Yempy has joined.
Hello, German.
Guten Abend.
Scheiße.
Yeah.
It's very nice. That goes down a lot easier than the 12, I think. It's a lot sweeter, smoother.
Yes, that.
No tingles, no nothing, just down.
Yeah, that goes down nicely. That's definitely more a shot than the 12.
Oh yeah. So that's why I think this might be a drinker. Because if you do shots of this, I'm not going to say no. I can do shots easily anyway. But that's a definite. I can do a few nice shots of that and not be bothered by it. You know.
Is it your mum, Yempy?
Mum's a shizer.
So yeah, Yempy's put. You know what else goes down nicely in the chat? So.
Oh right, Jesus. Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry, I can't see the Discord. Dave did me a bit dirty there. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Well, that's lovely. So to the final whiskey, as we've got 15 minutes left, is Redbreast.
We've got a minute per year then.
Indeed we do, yes. Goo Gaga for those who are on year one. This is the 15-year. This is still within the range of affordable. For those who are seeing this on YouTube, you have obviously got a slightly improved image. All images taken at the Marbury Bar. I cleaned today because I haven't been there in a while. It says they're comprised exclusively of pot still whiskies, which have been triple distilled and matured in the. It's basically the 12, but with 15 on it instead. But it says here.
Basically, they could have just said it's a Redbreast.
Yeah. Well, it says on the 12, complex, balanced, full-bodied. This is round, aromatic, and sophisticated.
Isn't it?
So basically, they fat-shamed it, said it stunk, and was a bit of a posh twat. I'm not surprised. I had a housemate that stunk as well because he used the horrible musky aftershave that stunk to high hell. Bitch never used deodorant.
Oh, your favourite words on the nose.
Not on my end, it isn't. Is it the word beginning with M?
Oh no, okay. Your favourite word in context of Redbreast. The C word.
Cunt. No, I see. It's on mine. Yeah,
demonetized.
No, we're not monetizing that channel anyway. I've got the C word as well. Yes, you're right. Meg's kind of lady. Indeed. I saw that. Yes, I vaguely tabbed over to see that in time. Hope you're all, by the way, those who have joined on Discord, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. We don't do these as often at the moment because David's been very busy crying into his body pillow of Yempy. And so when we get a chance, we always appreciate being able to do these. Although we are slightly later than when we're normally doing it. Again, time wasn't on our side. Have you poured yours, by the way?
Yes, I have.
Marvellous. It says on the nose, full and rich with a complex yet balanced mix of berry fruits and aromatic oils. So basically, it's going to smell like a cheesecake and a oil burner. Sweet. I can hardly wait.
There's an interesting combo.
Blow the spirit off.
Yes, to be fair, once the body pillow of Meg is one side, and I have the body pillow of you the other, Yempy. It's fine. I have a double bed. There's room.
Yempy, don't fat shame yourself. We don't do that here. We're all good. Oh, that smells nicer than the other one, actually. Ooh.
That does smell kind of like some form of fruit cheesecake.
It smells like a fruity compote on a cheesecake. Like mixed berries. I love that. Not mixed off. This is straight up like a number of different berries and a compote.
Raspberry coulis, maybe.
Or,
as Joe would say, some red crap on my cheesecake.
I thought you were going to say roulade. Oh, do you like a roulade, David? Yes. So if you don't blow the spirits off, though, it's horrendous. When you do, though, and it just unlocks, and it's like, ooh.
That is very nice. That's very different to the previous two.
I know what this also smells like, because my sisters buy for their kids the fruitiest smelling shower gels. If I've gone into the downstairs bathroom after they've had their showers, it smells like this. I'm slightly worried they might be washing them in whiskey. If they are, I'd like...
To be fair, that might actually make them cleaner.
Dickhead. Not wrong. No, I'm kidding. It smells lovely. I really like that, actually. All
We are
three are delightful.
People
So
of Doom says we're blowing things now too. Yes, we blow the spirit off the top of the whiskey, so we just get the scent of the actual aroma of the whiskey rather than just having alcohol scent and burn.
The only other blowing done on this server is something I can't say on YouTube. I didn't say it. Leona, I didn't say it.
Yeah, Leona still got offended anyway.
You're not on YouTube. No, this will be uploaded to
Rage
YouTube.
intensifies in chat.
For those who are newer to the Discord VC, I record this as well, and I upload it to the Not Worth a Cork YouTube channel. Yeah, we have 250 subs now. More followers there than we do on the Instagram. Whoop. I know, tragic. I might do an artsy-fartsy picture tomorrow. Anyway, I had an idea for one.
I will try and do some pictures while I'm in whiskey territory.
You should definitely do some little things. Please do, because that'd be so cool. Just distillery stuff and maybe a gift you buy me that you take back and get a refund on to troll me. And then bill me for, and then bill me in the wrong currency. I hadn't thought of that. There's an
idea. Secretary, note that down.
Bill me in the wrong currency because Scottish notes aren't valid. Anyway, Slancher.
Slancher.
Oh, that's a very different palate. Oh, very fresh. It says here on the tasting notes, for those who are interested, fully round. Has David been posting the images, by the way, to this in the bar?
Yes.
Oh, good. Fully round and mellow with the succulence of freshly fruit combined with spices and toasted wood. The finish, long and sophisticated.
Wow.
Oh, this is.
I like the fact you actually used the right bar mat as well, Whiskey of Ireland. Although it's not a Redbreast bar mat, but
it's the Paddy's one. Enough. It's Paddy's. That's why it's the Paddy's one. Yeah, you recognised it. Yeah, I didn't actually think about that. I cleaned the bar basically, and 2 towels are on there anyway because I've got the bar tap one side. And Paddy's, yeah. It's just convenient. I wish I had a Redbreast towel. I wanted the towels I originally ordered for my bar were meant to come with a Jameson and a Johnny Walker, and they didn't. And I was like, "What the frag of ruck is this?" And then I saw in the description of the order, and it said, "Oh, some orders may vary." You absolute cockwombles. You know,
I'm not a whiskey connoisseur. Blowing the whiskey lets you taste it better. So blowing the whiskey doesn't affect the taste, but it does affect the aroma.
The nose, yes.
So, it's something you can do to improve what you can smell from the whiskey.
At the end of January this year, David and I went to the whiskey shop for our very first ever tasting evening. And this was a day before we went there again, and And
yes, we had emergency Weatherspoons.
Yes, I paid for myself, David, and another David, who we made friends with the night before, who on this tasting evening, he had a nosing glass. He stood next to me and David, and he kept talking to us, and I was like, "Oh, we made a new friend. This is awesome." And he heard about my Bunnahabhain, and he's like, "Oh, I'll bring Glen Scotia 25 in. Bet, let's do this." And he's a man of his word. He was there early, and I'm like, "Holy crap, we're going to get hammered." Yes, we did. And he was blowing into his nosing glass, and I asked him why, and he mentioned to blow the spirit off, because some of the whiskies were younger, like Filey Bay, Yorkshire whiskey distillery.
Yes.
And he blew it off, and when I did, I realised, oh, he's actually onto something here. And David did it. They was doing it as well, and we're like, oh, we've learnt something. This is great. I'm doing it on a glass fit for a hobbit, though, so Leona. And
yes, I'm doing it on a tumbler. So
I have to blow like more directly into it to get that spirit out, which works for me.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Speaking of whiskey tastings, I am going to the one in a couple of weeks' time at the whiskey shop for the English whiskey. They have one of the guys from the English whiskey coming up. So I am going to that, and David is also going to be there.
I hope it's Max. Just take a sample of Octomore just in case.
I will take one just in case if it's Max. But yo, Max, do you remember me and Meg from the tour when we pointed out the spelling mistake? Well, here's the Octomore we said we bring.
Do you want to mail you some 10.4? Send it to your dad's. You ain't ordered more whiskey, have you, son? You need to come down here at some point, by the way, because I'm going to share this now. I had a recent stream donation goal to buy you a birthday present.
Oh.
2 of them are behind me in this office. The third will be here at some point during the week.
Oh, no.
Yes.
This sounds like it's going to be the Irish all over again.
No, it's just the 3. Don't worry. However, and I'm going to say this verbatim, you will open one of them. You're not going to like it when you find out what they are. Because you're going to want
Damn it, the MP.
Because you're going to want to collect them. There will be washcloths in all of them. Don't you worry. David doesn't know. I don't know if David knows this joke, but he's going to get a washcloth in everything. For those who don't know,
Is this going to have to be like the goat in How I Met Your Mother all over again?
no, maybe, kind of.
Does Meg get the reference?
Oh, I get the reference. I always get the How I Met Your Mother references because I'm awesome. That guy's awesome. I even sing my own song because that wouldn't be lame at all. So, 15 seconds. My ringtone for the longest time, and I don't care. I might do it again. Actually, I might do that again because I really do like that song. I don't care what anyone thinks. But yeah, you have a number of birthday presents, and some of it was paid for by people in this VC.
Well, in which case, in advance, thank you very much, and also in advance, goddamn you all.
Yeah, don't go thanking them yet, because when you find out what they are, you're going to be really pissed off because you know you have to open one of them. Hi, Joe. Hope you're well.
Joe.
So,
Joe.
15 seconds for me, is it? Yes.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Let me know
I
when.
will start and give you a countdown.
Okay, excellent.
19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. So we are ongoing. We'll see how much this one differs to the previous 2, given its slightly older age statement. You're not dead yet, Joe. No, that's good. We're glad you're not dead yet. That is time, Meg.
Ooh. It does build on the... Hang on. Got to swallow.
That's what she said.
Yeah. In this instance, that's what he said. It's very, very, very moist. Very, very moistening.
Ooh.
Very no dry finish. It does build up a lot more in the heat, but not in like a, oh, I'm going to hurt you kind of territory. Very sweet. Very smooth. And my mouth it's a very long finish, and my mouth is still moistening.
So would you like to know what Master of Malt say about the finish?
If they say short, I'm going to kick him in the balls.
Well, their finish description is short. Custard, peppermint, and grapefruit.
Mine says long and sophisticated. Can you please read those flavours off again?
Custard,
working class,
peppermint,
working class,
grapefruit.
Working class. Nothing about the reach of sophistication. Gotcha.
I mean, the grapefruit is slightly sophisticated out of those 3.
I can get
Custard
that.
and peppermint,
I can get that in the
not.
market downtown. No, that's lovely. That. Drinks easy, really nice. I will admit, I think I prefer the loose stout of all 3 of them so far. This is still really nice though as well. I think this is probably
succulent, a fleshy fruit.
Fleshy fruit. Okay.
No, I'm not going to say that. That will definitely not go down well on YouTube.
Probably wouldn't go down on Discord either. Oh, and we're glad you're still around, Joe. You're a welcome present.
Toothpaste and orange juice. Yeah, toothpaste and tropical fruit.
That's not an ideal thing to, is it? Yeah, fleshy fruit.
I hope fleshy fruit is not my birthday present.
Don't spoil the surprise for him. Delicious. Hello. How are you?
Briar said you're welcome, Dave. So if Briar's been involved, that suggests that it's going to be something decent that's whiskey related.
He doesn't know. The thing is, I publicly on streams when I knew you wouldn't be around discussed vaguely what it was going to be, but I'm not. But most people here who do know aren't going to tell you. They're not going to tell you if I've done you dirty.
That's good because that's good if I keep a secret. As long as you haven't been in touch with my cousin, then we've got some weird shit whiskey thing going on.
Are you saying I haven't been in contact with someone who may or may not give me their phone number at a certain event that I went to? Yeah, that's cute.
And takes out of the will.
I could be in contact with literally anyone. I'm sorry, but people like me. I don't know how, but they do. I was just a big bloke in the suit. It didn't matter to me.
He's like, "Are you guest? Are you bouncer?"
Puffs chest out. Yes. I'm going to YOLO swag fam the remainder of mine. It's a fair whack again. I think I'll keep it consistent.
I shall do the same.
Last
YOLO,
one, YOLO
swag
fam. Oh, that's a nice simple shot as well. They all go down so easily and so well.
There was less on that.
It was definitely
than
muted.
The previous.
Yeah, muted by comparison, but still really nice.
Evening, Nathan.
Mm.
Also, evening to anyone else that's joined that we may have missed during our shenanigans.
There's a lot of you tonight. Hello, everyone. You're actually right at the end as well. No doubt I'll see you in 5 minutes, Nathan, over on in the top dollar for Star Trek. Yeah, that was lovely. If you were to pick a favourite of the 12 Lustau and 15, what would you pick, and why is it Lustau?
Yes.
I like. I like the Lustau.
It had a bit more to it, didn't it?
The 12 was. I think the 15's fine if you're sipping. I think the 12 and the 15, yeah, perfectly fine. I see no reason to go above that. I still would like to try the 21, but I feel like I'm not willing to put that amount of money down for something that. The 15 felt muted on the end there. You're right. But the finish and you held it in your mouth for that long, yeah, that's good. But
there are a nice selection of whiskey in terms of, obviously, if you do that, hold in the mouth and try and develop the flavours, you do get something from them, and they don't dry you out or leave you kind of feeling parched.
None of them dry out, though, do they?
Want more?
They're all brilliant for that. They're all very very M word. No issues from me. I quite enjoyed that. Minus the weird whiskey bump I just had. No, they're lovely. Absolutely lovely. I'd pick the Lustau, I think. If I was going to have a drinky drink, it would be the 12, and perhaps 15 is slightly more sipping territory. Not a shot. Definitely not a shot. It's nice, but it's not as fulfilling as the other two, I found.
Do we need to go and change our pronouns? Do we now have to be drinky drink, sippy drink, or...
Hey, look, we have to be creative to stand out in this world, and sometimes you have to talk like you lick windows. Okay, we can't help it. It's just who we are. You just happen to lick windows with a PhD, and I'm a double master. Window licker. Anyway, we need to end, I'm afraid, because I've got to go do top dollar patron stuff, and David has to go masturbate to his body pillow of Yempi. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.